round of applause. Your samples were awesome. Lots of great ideas to get you going. And that stamp set. Love that stamp set. So happy that everybody got one. Okay. Let's welcome our next presenter to the stage from Australia, Anna Wheaton.
Good afternoon. I have -7 minutes to present to you. I used to be a high school teacher, and I'd say to the kids, the bell is to tell me when lunchtime is, not you. Okay, I'm going to be presenting the Toile Tidings suite, which actually consists of 2 stamp sets and frameless dies. So this is the first stamp set, which you've all already received. And then these are the coordinating dies. Then the other set is this one, Tidings All Around, and it has coordinating dies as well. Then it has this, the 2 coordinating colours for it are garden green. So this is the design series paper. That's one side. And then you've got exactly the same thing on the other side. Then it also has this real red ruched ribbon, which Paula showed you on her cards before, and then this garden green double stitch ribbon, and then it has glitter enamel dots in the 2 colours. And then the last element is a packet of wrapping paper. So there are 4 sheets in the real red, and it's lighter weight. And then the neutral colour is very vanilla, which is great because I don't know about you, but my very vanilla is stacked up because I use Whisper White so often. Okay, so for the beginner stamper, I was immediately drawn to the 2 larger images that are in the stamp set. So I just stamped straight on some very vanilla with a cardinal. So I'm from the Gold Coast and I'm given the cardinal, but I got the colour right. I'm married to a Canadian, so I've seen cardinals in the flesh. And then I've just frayed the ribbon up the top here. And then there's the wreath. You may think I'm shaking a little, but I'm just showing you how that goes in the wreath. Okay, for the casual stamper, I started to incorporate the dies. Now, on this little sample here, see these beautiful little swirls? They actually cut that out in the negative, but there's also a tiny little dot that's so tiny I haven't stuck it on there. So I wanted to take advantage of that with, can you see that there? And I've popped those up on the layer up on dimensional so that you can see through that. And then here it is with some sparkle. Now, I can't teach you any stamping because I think you've all stamped before, but I'll just show you, sometimes with, especially customers starting out, it's great to remember original techniques that sometimes we may have forgotten about. So here I have my cardinal stamping on very vanilla. I brought real red ink all the way across from Australia. And the way you stop it from leaking on your clothes is you put it into a Ziploc bag, into a plastic container, and then into your husband's luggage. So if you start to wink of Stella on that, is that showing? you can see how it starts to pull the colour across. So I'll show you. That's the original one that I first showed you. And then there it is with the winged star. This card I paste from the catalogue, and there's with this DSP, there's a whole sheet that has snow-covered chalets and horse-drawn carriages. There's bears, none of which we see in Australia. But I thought that was a great way to show customers how to use that piece of DSP, because it's there, but it's not obvious what the images are. And there's some more Winter Stella on the wreath, which I layered. Then for your avid crafters, I started using some of the dies. So here's the stitched nested dies. And just like Sue, I went for a gift card holder. So this piece is actually cut off and then stuck on there, and your gift card can come out, and I've used some of the die images there. Then here's the mini pizza box. Are you excited about the gold ones? I love mini pizza boxes. So this I've stamped Versamark on real red cardstock, and then I've used the black embossing powder on that. And then inside, I've cut the stitched nested dies on the fold. So double layer on the fold. And if there's ever a space in a box, you just add a chocolate to make it complete. And then the other sample here. When I was using all of these, I ended up just combining them. They really do, the dies and the stamps cross over with one another. So it's great. You can just tell your customers to buy the whole lot. They need them all. So this is from a design that I saw in a video by Julie Kettlewell. And it's a fancy fold card that opens in half. Okay, and last but not least, we have the wrapping paper. So I thought I should use the wrapping paper as a present. So here's my last item, which I'll open for you. This was an idea I had for my customers because, as I said, we don't see many cardinals around, but I went with the wreath image. And we're all loving the Noble Peacock suite at the moment. So I made this. A couple of my rhinestones have moved up the top here. And that's got, I don't know if you can see that, the scripty embossing folder is in behind there. So that is the whole kit and caboodle of that Toile Tidings. This chair is really, if a big wave, we would have gone off stage. Okay, so I have a prize patrol, which is for everyone. Language doesn't matter. So we are giving away the wrapping paper that goes with this suite.